This was a hate rally.
It's discouraging that so many people would gather and rally to hate.
Literally a Nazi rally. It's literally, first of all, I think some of y'all need to look up the definition of literally. It's literally not a Nazi rally, you stupid. You got Indian people, you got black people, you got Jewish people, you have Native American people, you have women speaking. You have the most eclectic, diverse group of people speaking more than any liberal convention ever. And you guys just can't wrap your heads around the fact that there's a realignment politically and culturally. I am an Orthodox Jew. You see that? There's a kippah under my hat. Trump was at my Orthodox wedding, Jewish wedding, with my 2 rabbis there who married me and my beautiful wife.
Guys, as soon as I saw this rally, well, hell, before, I mean, they were already saying all of these ridiculous things. They've been referring to Trump as Hitler, I mean, for like years now, and it's got to the point of just being total nonsense. I love the fact that we have so many people who always go on and on and on about Trump's rhetoric, Trump's rhetoric, Trump's rhetoric, but then they turn around and they call him Hitler and say his supporters are Nazis. There is an insane amount of pearl clutching that's going on because this Madison Square Garden rally took place, especially after this somewhat inappropriate joke that I didn't even notice at the time. I don't even remember this, but because of this stupid joke that this guy made about Puerto Rico, everybody seems to have lost their minds.
A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there.
No, obviously I don't care about it, and apparently a bunch of other people that were at the rally that are from Puerto Rico don't care about this either.
Live from the garden.
The rally was great.
Puerto
Trump
Ricans
is the
for Trump.
best.
Trump 2024.
Yo, now that I got my fellow Puerto Ricans,
Facts.
obviously what happened there tonight, everybody's talking
Beautiful,
about it.
epic.
But the Puerto Rican joke, the garbage island stuff, do you guys even give a fuck about that?
No,
I don't. No, I don't.
I don't even pay a mind. I don't even pay attention to it.
Puerto Ricans for Trump. Lock in. Stay locked. Stay locked in on the go. Y'all already know, my boy.
We like
Buddy.
jokes. We like jokes.
We do. And we understand the importance of a comedian having the freedom to push the envelope, because that's always been what has separated comedians from like everyday folks, right? Where they can push the envelope to either make you laugh or make you think or challenge you, right? But
Pero, because obviously we're such
Buddies.
I've already had a few people tag me in the videos of the comedian today at the Trump rally insulting Puerto Rico, or what they felt like was an insult. As a Puerto Rican American myself, my dad grew up in Puerto Rico. I was not insulted by this in the very least. Number one, this guy is a comedian. Number two, the clip that they don't show you from right before that is him joking with Latino Americans about a bunch of stuff in our culture. And if you know anything about a Latino American or Hispanic American, we are our worst critics. We harass and make fun of each other. Or if you gave 2 shits about Puerto Rico or learned anything that's going on there, you would know that this guy's not talking about Puerto Rican people. He's talking about the island of Puerto Rico, which has a massive pollution problem. Tons of trash washes up on this beach every single day, and it looks like a landfill. And there's been a huge problem there since the last hurricane. You know, the one that wiped out people's houses that they did nothing to help with? What a cheap shot they're trying to make while Kamala Harris is at a African-American church in Pennsylvania with a whole new accent she picked up today. But guys, it's not working. It's just not working. Don't come after us Latino Americans, and definitely don't come after us Puerto Rican Americans, because we ain't here for your guys' bullshit. New York City is turning red. Trump will be the next president of the United States, and you guys are gonna have to learn how to live with it. Do you want to know the people that are mostly offended by this comment? Non-Puerto Ricans, people who don't live there, and people who have never been there before in their lives. Liberals are so desperate right now that they want this to be the next major headline, when 1, Trump didn't say it, 2, the man was a comedian, but 3, you know why? Because it brings fucking attention to the last 3.5, almost 4 years that Kamala Harris was in office and did nothing to help the people of Puerto Rico. What this did is it shined light on the issues in Puerto Rico, okay? There is so much pollution there washed up on these beaches, and the people of Puerto Rico are miserable, and they can't get any help from this administration. So yeah, was it an insensitive comment? And people are saying that this is a political rally, it's not a comedy show, the same way that political rally shouldn't be a concert, the same way that a political rally shouldn't mock Christianity and mock people, the same way that Kamala Harris shouldn't use it as her own comedy routine by coming up with a new accent every single time she's in a new city. Stay awake and stay vigilant, people, okay? The Puerto Rican people, at least my people and the people that I know, we're not insulted by this fucking bullshit. It brought light to Puerto Rico, to the island where it needs help. And now they have to do something about it. Let's see what their move is.
But of course, none of that stops the fake news from having complete and total meltdowns, because they have been going on and on and on about the rally, about the joke, and it's got to the point of just being ridiculous, guys. This is what led to Trump having 2 failed assassination attempts already, and now you're to the point where you're calling Trump Hitler and his supporters Nazis. What do you think that means for anybody that supports Trump? That means that violence against Trump supporters is okay.
Well, there's a couple of things. As you mentioned, this was a hate rally. Mm-hmm. This was not just a presidential rally. This was also not just a campaign rally. I think it's very important for people to understand that these are mini January 6th rallies. These are mini Stop the Steal rallies. These are rallies to prime an electorate into rejecting the results of an election if it doesn't go the way that they want. Because Donald Trump and that entire cadre of people up on that stage, Stephen Miller, etc., do not respect the law of the United States of America. And they either want to win this election or they are using rhetoric of taking it by force.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Mm-hmm. That is what they mean, and that's what they're doing when they are inciting violence and hatred against Latinos, against Black Americans, against Americans who don't have children. We have to understand how unhinged this campaign has gotten, and the only reason that the rhetoric has gotten this far is precisely because they are trying to prime the kind of froth that led up to the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
Mm-hmm. Now, these people are the ones, in my opinion, that are dangerous. They're saying that these are hate rallies. Like, this is the stupidest thing that I've ever seen. Like, oh, these are hate rallies, and it's just like Nazi Germany.
But that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally, a rally where speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi banners. When a Jewish protester rushed the stage, the Associated Press reported, quote, instantly, a dozen or more stormtroopers set upon him, knocking him down and beating him as he held his head in his arms. Most of his clothing was torn from his body. Later, he was booked for disorderly conduct. Now, against that backdrop of history, Donald Trump, the man who has threatened to use the military against opponents he calls enemies from within, who has threatened to use the troops to quell what he says are lawless cities, and to use those troops to carry out mass deportations of immigrants, is once again turning Madison Square Garden into a staging ground for extremism.
I think a lot of people are seeing that rally at Madison Square Garden, seeing all those people. Doesn't mean he's going to win the race, but my point is it's discouraging that so many people would gather and rally to hate speech in America. That it's discouraging and it hurts. That people who have family in Puerto Rico, who are Puerto Rican Americans, who are American citizens, are hearing hate like that. It's discouraging.
This is the most ridiculous stuff that I've ever seen, and people don't seem to understand that the effectiveness of this in terms of the moderate is not effective. Weaponizing the constituency you already have, you already got those people. Like, if they're extremely Trump deranged, you already got them. But in terms of getting those people down the middle, it just doesn't come across as believable. There's even voters that are talking about this right now.
I've heard so much about Trump being angry and he's a fascist and a dictator. But problem is, when I listen to him, I don't hear any of that.
largest super PAC supporting her is warning she's got to shift her strategy away from attacking Trump's character. The New York Times obtained 2 emails from Future Forward and, quote, attacking Trump's fascism is not that persuasive, read one line in bold type in the email, which is known as a Doppler and sent on a regular basis. Trump is exhausted isn't working either, read another.
Hey, we heard that Nazis were supposed to be here. That's what Hillary Clinton said, so we out here to see. Have you seen a Nazi today?
We are the Nazi party.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
We're
I'm
the
white,
plural.
though. I'm
the Nazi right here, yes.
Yeah.
Dominican Nazi.
Dominican Nazi.
Latina
Nazi. We got...
Oh, I'm the black Nazi.
Black Nazi.
The biggest blackest Nazi you ever seen in your life.
I'm the Jewish Nazi. The Jewish Nazi. And listen, I'm the cool Nazi. I'm a white Nazi. I'm Mr. Cool himself. He out here, baby.
He's the white
My
Nazi.
white Nazi. He's the white Nazi. White Nazi. He's the
all united here to make Donald J. Trump the 47th president of the United States.
Stop listening to the media.
So it would seem as though the extreme levels of Trump derangement and saying Trump is cognitively impaired, they're literally just throwing crap at the wall and seeing what sticks. These people, it's like, I don't understand these strategies. These strategies are so stupid. I guess they feel like, well, we kind of screwed the pooch on the economy, the border. I mean, abortion is kind of working, it's kind of not working. We can't exactly fire people up like crazy on that issue. So what else can we do? I don't know. I guess we'll just lie and just make stuff up. Like, that's basically all they have at this point. And Byron Donalds was not having it.
You don't go to other rallies for Harris or see in a Harris rally that kind of vitriol. It just, you see, look,
you
there's...
don't?
I don't think you do.
Kamala Harris spends half her time talking about her rival as Hitler. After he's been, there have been attempts on his life, not once, but twice. She's doing it right now. Every Democrat official at these rallies refers to him as Adolf Hitler. You got Hillary Clinton running around there hawking her book that nobody wants to buy, frankly. And she's talking about how this is akin to 1939. Are you out of your mind? You want to talk about rhetoric? Let's compare, but let me go back. We are talking about the comments of a comedian, and everybody's going to forget it in 48 hours. The real joke in America is the terrible policy of Kamala Harris. Let's talk specifically about Puerto Ricans in America today. Puerto Ricans have had to live under the same inflation unleashed by Kamala Harris. And that's not a joke, but they got to live with it. Puerto Ricans today are living under the same terrible border policies that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris unleashed. That's a terrible joke on the American people. We should be focused on that.
Cook, my brother. Look, this dude, J.D. Vance is great. I think Byron would have made a great VP as well, man. Every time I see him, he's always impressive whenever he's on the screen. J.D. Vance, it took like a little more time, a little more warm-up time. And I almost feel like if Donalds was there, he would take less time because I'm already warmed up to Donalds. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's like Vivek and Donalds is really high up on the totem pole. Also, Ron DeSantis. As a matter of fact, I think Ron DeSantis probably would have been like the ultimate pick, considering that he's probably the #1 governor in all of America right now. But anyway, guys, I think we'll wrap up here by showing off shocking footage. Now, I want to let you know, viewer discretion is advised because this is about to be footage of the Nazi rally, okay? So there was some dark and evil things said at this rally. So just be prepared, and I'm warning you again, viewer discretion is advised.
3 weeks ago, she was saying there was only 32 days left, right? And she's reading it like, there's 32 days, and it stopped. And she went, there's 32 days. 32, 32, and I was watching.
Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. We got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it.
He said, this isn't pretty. 32. She was gone. And then, damn it, it kicked back on. She was gone. So you're up there all alone. We don't go 32, 32, 32. Oh my God, whatever. Kamala Harris is a train wreck who has destroyed everything in her path.
Trump had better win this damn election because I need to see the fake news cry. I want to see them upset, okay? I want to see them get on TV and start acting like a bunch of little pussies, okay? I want to see them look weak and pathetic like they already look, except I want to see their miserable defeat because now they're basically calling people like me and you guys a bunch of Nazis as if it wasn't personal already. They're already messing with our lives in terms of the finances, in terms of the illegal immigration, like the prices of everything, and like the whether you could have a damn gas-powered vehicle. But now you're telling me they're putting our lives directly in danger even more, as if World War III threat wasn't enough. Now we're in danger even more because these idiots want to liken us to Nazis at a Hitler rally. These people are sick, and I'm tired of it. And they're public enemy number one. I'm even more fired up to do even more videos. And I don't care how much capital and labor that it takes. It's only a matter of time. It's going to continue to grow, and we're going to keep smacking down these radical leftists and these news media organizations. That's why you didn't get your damn endorsement from Jeff Bezos at the Washington Post, because y'all sorry as hell. We're going to make America great again. Be sure to get out and vote if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
I'm from Puerto Rico. Since Trump hasn't been around, Puerto Rico's, yeah, it's not a secret. We've been going through a lot as a country. And yeah, Biden always promised. A lot of politicians always promise through the years, but all of us know, the world knows, everybody's experienced it. The best president the world has seen, this country has ever seen. His name is President Trump. Thank you for having me here. To all my Puerto Ricans, let's stay united. Let's vote for Trump.